Welcome to our few moments together on this Erev, the last day here in Eretz Yisrael, the last days in Chutz La'aretz. We just completed here in Eretz Yisrael Shabbos Chol HaMoed, and we're preparing for the final days of the Pesach Yom Tov. Tomorrow is our last day of Chol HaMoed, and then the final day of Yom Tov, of course, Shvi Shel Pesach, and in Chutz La'aretz, the last 2 days of Pesach. And of course, we're going to be reading on Shvi Shel Pesach about the going out of Mitzrayim and the splitting of the Yam Suf. We have to be aware that right before the reading of the Oz Yashir, it says, Vayaminu b'Hashem u'v'Moshe avdo. They had belief, faith. They had emunah in Hashem and in Moshe, his servant. But the key, of course, is emunah in Hashem. In the famous paragraph of the Haggadah, where it speaks about the Hisha Amda, we know that the Vihi stands, the Chazal tell us, the Vav is the Shisha Sidnei Mishnah, the Hey is the Chavisha Chumshei Torah, the Yud is the Aseres Adibros, and the Echad is Echad Elokinu Shebashamayim U'Ba'aretz. These things, our Emunah in Hashem and the Torah, She'amda Lavosenu V'lanu, is what stood for our fathers and for us throughout all the generations. It was God, Hashem himself, who took us out of Mitzrayim. It wasn't just a historical event. It was a historical event with the Yad Hashem as evident as it was ever before in the history of the world that was seen by humanity. Of course, the creation of the world itself is Hashem's greatest achievement, so to speak, in the miraculous nature of our lives. But it's all coming from Hashem, and our faith and our emunah in HaKadosh Baruch Hu is what is standing, what is sustaining Klal Yisrael. V'hi she'amda lavosenu v'lanu. If you take a look at the rest of that paragraph, I like to analyze a little bit and say, what is it that causes so much trouble throughout the history for Klal Yisrael? So the paragraph tells us, Shalo echad bilvad omad oleinu lechalosenu. It's not one who has come against us to destroy us. That's the way we normally read it, and we mean that there's not just one enemy that has come to destroy us. But the truth of the matter is, if you take a look at those words, you can interpret them in a unique fashion. And I propose that Lefi Aniyas Dati, it's possible to interpret it as follows. Shelo echad bilvad. It's that we didn't have faith in the echad, in the Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem echad. Shelo echad bilvad. It's that we didn't have faith in the one and only HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Omeid oleinu lechalosenu. That is what always has caused the greatest problem for Klal Yisrael, and that is what always has stood up as a prosecutor against the Jewish people, which tries to destroy us. But when Klal Yisrael unites in the faith of Hashem, then v'HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when we put our faith in Hashem purely, we unite together to put our trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Matzilaynu miyodam. That is what saves us in all circumstances. The Pesach Yom Tov is just coming to an end. And what we have to do is get all of Klal Yisrael together to recite Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem echad, that everything comes from Hashem. All the great events in history, all the small events in our lives, all the miracles of life itself, all the miracles of our lives over all the years that we are here, that sustains the Jewish people, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Matzilaynu miyodam. Whenever we run into problems, we have to put our trust and our faith in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Because V'hi she'amda lavosenu, that's what stood for our forefathers and for us. Shelo echad bilvad omad oleinu lechalosenu. It's only when we didn't have faith in the one and only that caused us trouble. But when Kodesh Baruch Hu, when we put our faith in Hashem, Matzilaynu miyadam, that saves us from the hands of all destruction. It's an interesting thought, a way to approach what's coming up now in our lives and in the history of the world itself and the unique place of the Jewish people in that history. Let's put our trust in our Kodesh Baruch Hu and take the lesson of the Yom Tov of Pesach, that it was Vayaminu ba'Hashem uva Moshe Avdo. I want to wish everyone a wonderful last days of the beautiful Yom Tov of Yitzias Mitzrayim, which we explained in the Erev Shabbos video, and which HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Matzilaynu miyadam, we wish everyone a Chag Sameach, Moadim L'Simcha. We should speak only beautiful words of Torah and put our total trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Good Yom Tov, Chag Sameach to all.